Now, you can listen to Wine and Dine Radio while shopping at the grocery store or your neighborhood wine merchant. Wine and Dine Radio can be heard using your wireless internet on your cell phone. You're listening to iwineRadio. iwineRadio is a production of Food Tastes Better with Wine on the web at iwineRadio.com. Hey guys, I thank you for listening to iwineRadio, and we are still the only wine channel on iTunes Radio. If you go look under iTunes Radio icon and scroll down to News and Talk Directory, and it's listed alphabetically, click on that and the stream comes up immediately. iwineRadio.com, where you can find links to individual guests. And if anyone's interested in advertising or becoming an underwriter or sponsor, please contact us at iwineRadio.com. We really, really appreciate your support. The more support we get, the more conversations I can have with fascinating people around the world, including you. If you have a story to tell that you'd like to share on iWineRadio, go to iwineRadio.com and contact us, and we'll go from there.
Hi, this is Nannette Eaton from Wine Harlots, where we espouse the virtue of vice. You can find us at wineharlots.com or any social media under Wine Harlots.
Welcome to Wine and Dine Radio. I'm Lynn Creelo-Chamberlain.
Hi there, this is Andreas Larsson.
Hi, this is John Capon.
My name is Madhur Jaffrey.
Hi, my name is Heike Platter. I'm from the Alto Adige region, or Südtirol.
Hi, my name is Paul Dolan. I am absolutely passionate about growing organic and biodynamic fruit for our wines.
Hello, my name is Lorena Garcia.
Hello, my name is Fritz Maytag.
This is Joyce Locke. I'm the author of Foodie Fight.
Hi, this is Lydia Mandave, founder of 29 Cosmetics.
Cheers, this is Rob Barnett, CEO and founder of VinVillage.com, where wine lovers connect.
Today we're meeting a new friend, and I'm very, very excited because the first time I heard her name or read her name was associated with the Champagne Wines Information Bureau out of D.C., and it was a press release about Champagne Day, the International Champagne Day. I want to say that was back in October. So Nannette Eaton is a champagne lover, and her mission statement includes thirsty but thrifty, and her motto is excess is best, which I think is wonderful, especially this time of year. And her handle, her DBA handle online is Wine Harlots. And that's for Twitter, and that's for Facebook, and Instagram, and LinkedIn. And she's joining us from San Diego. And Nannette, thank you so very much for joining us today on Wine and Dine. But I'd like to ask you, if I could, because I couldn't discover this on your website, what got you into being this incredibly passionate voice for wine? What do you do other than write about wine and teach about wine?
Well, it's the economy. I had a career as a claims assistant or a claims adjuster for a decade, and when the economy went south, I didn't have a job anymore. So my friends and family were going, "We love you, Nannette, but you're driving us crazy. You need to get a hobby. How about the internet? There's something called blogging." So I had an interest in wine. I had taken a few classes and read, a ton of books. So I thought, it's something that I know a little bit about. So I thought, coupling my interest with, learning about wine. So I thought, kind of like that hackneyed, everyone's like, "I'm on the journey, follow me." Yeah. But that's that's kind of how it started, was I'm thinking, oh, cool. I know a little bit. Now this is, one way to allow me to learn a little bit more. And because also, too, my whole point is trying to make it not stuffy, that I think in America we have We've made it really unapproachable for people to drink wine, that if you're not drinking the right wine, you're wrong.
Yes, yeah.
And people, and I think women, too, feel so insecure about it that, it's like going to a restaurant and you feel bad about what you're buying, or I'm not sure, what I'm doing, I'm doing it wrong.
Yes.
That clearly isn't going to inspire people to drink more wine if they're feeling judged every time they open a bottle.
Right. I totally agree. So where did you come up with, or how did you come up with the name Wine Harlots? Very interesting choice.
Well, it started out and this took like a year, because it was like, it's like trying to figure out a great brand name and a tagline, because it's Wine Harlots, the virtue of vice. And it started off, friends and I were sitting on the patio, and we were drinking a sparkling wine, and we were just having the best time. And I said, God, we are total champagne whores. And they're all just laughing, and they're like, yeah, we are. So that was a little too generic.
Okay.
So I wanted something like that. So literally I was going through the dictionary and thinking, I just love words. Words, as a writer, I love words. So flipping through the dictionary, trying to find the right word or something that's very evocative. So that was it when I came across Wine Harlots, and my friends, again, God bless them, because they had to put up with lists. I would compile hundreds of words. And my sister's just like, really? But I would be like on the phone with them going, wine whatever, and like there'd be this list, and they're like, like dead air on their line, where it's like, yeah, no. And then every time I said, like, I found Wine Harlots, I said, that seems really funny to me. So like everyone I've said, like my sister's like, yeah, that's, because, it's funny, it's irreverent, it's a little naughty, it's, and it kind of, because America has such a,
stuffy.
We have such a love-hate thing with alcohol.
Oh, yeah.
So, and it's sort of puritanical and all of that. And also, William Hogarth, the artist from Britain in the Restoration period, he did a series of paintings and lithographs called The Rake's Progress, which is very famous, and most college-educated people know that. He also did a lesser-known work called The Harlot's Progress, which, and The Rake's Progress was dealing with alcohol, and Hogarth did a lot of gin lane, beer alley, a lot of issues about alcohol. So it sort of worked for me, that it was sort of, it sort of just fit.
So right now, the end of 2012, and people are celebrating with family and friends and frenemies. What do you recommend?
Oh, bubbles always.
Yeah, I agree with you totally. And I know that you say that you love champagne. Your price point is above what most people can afford, but most people actually do spring for something that's out of their price range at the end of the year.
Yeah, and even if you're not drinking bubbles, whatever you're drinking is right. Don't feel that if you're not drinking sparkling wine at the end of the year, you're doing it wrong. If you're drinking a red wine or a white wine or, whatever you're doing, feel good about it.
Heaven forbid a rosé.
Ooh. How about a rosé with bubbles?
Oh, I agree.
But back to bubbles. There's so many, like I said, champagnes run anywhere from low 30s to, 150 or more. In California now, some of the, I think Louve Clicquot, somebody sent me a photo. You can, if you're a savvy shopper, around $27. So,
really?
Yeah. But again, depending on your jurisdiction and how much the tax man needs love in your area.
Yeah.
Because depending on where I travel, but some things are, like say a $10 bottle in California, maybe $16 in Virginia. I mean, that's just the economics of the region. And so when people want me to, price things, it's really hard because, market forces, there's the structure with the taxes and the middlemen.
Right.
And then just, retailers. It's so trying to tell people what something's actually going to cost in their area is tough for me. But
it really is. It really is.
So that's like my range is always like, they're like, but your range is like $6 on that bottle. And it's like, well, yeah, because in California is in California is a little bit cheaper. I don't know if it's our retailers are taking a smaller markup, or the distribution channel is a little bit not as costly. Yeah. So when I'm quoting something as $8, and they're like, oh my God, it's $14 here, and I'm like, sorry.
Yeah, that's the way it works. That way. So one of your recent, and I'm totally straying from this, but it begs for me to ask. One of your recent awesome posts is a lip balm for wine drinkers. What kind of lip balm do you recommend? Because, it's cold and people's lips are dry and they're licking them a lot.
Well, the one I used, the one I had suggested, because I'm a lip balm person. Like whenever I travel in Europe, that is always my gift to bring back, because they're easy to bring back and women just love them. And, guys always need a good lip balm too. But I found as a wine taster, it's so important not to have because most, especially women's lipstick or lip balm, is always very highly flavored. Yeah. And if you're actually at a tasting or doing something, professionally, when you really want to, evaluate a wine, you don't want something that might give it a different flavor. Right. So I use Dr. Bronner's, which is a local Escondido person, or a company that started off doing soap. Soap is their big Dr. Bronner's.
Yes, I used their soap for 25 years, but I didn't know they made a lip balm.
Yeah, I think it's a recent, in the past 5 or so years, and they do different ones. The one I like, of course, is called Naked.
Okay.
And that's exactly how it sounds. It's no flavor.
Okay.
And it's in a purple tube, so it's even more apt for wine drinkers. And it retails for like $3 a tube. Okay. And it's, great consistency, no flavor, So I love it.
So if somebody's looking for maybe a housewarming gift, as you're heading off to a New Year's Eve party or something, bring a bottle of champagne and a Dr. Bronner Naked lip balm.
Or a stocking stuffer for your,
Exactly. Well, Nannette Eaton, Wine Harlots, I'm telling you, this has been a joy, and I hope that you join us again in the future, because we could just talk forever.
Will do. I had a great time.
We will have links up for you to learn more, and she does have recommendations on her website, on her blog, as well as even gift ideas that we never even got around to talking about. Nannette Eaton, wineharlots.com. You can find her on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. You're listening to Wine and Dine. Now you can listen to Wine and Dine Radio while shopping at the grocery store or your neighborhood wine merchant. Wine and Dine Radio can be heard using your wireless internet on your cell phone. You're listening to iwineRadio. iwineRadio is a production of Food Tastes Better with Wine, on the web at iwineRadio.com. Hey guys, I thank you for listening to iWine Radio, and we are still the only wine channel on iTunes Radio. If you go look under iTunes Radio icon and scroll down to News and Talk Directory, and it's listed alphabetically, click on that and the stream comes up immediately. iwineRadio.com, where you can find links to individual guests. And if anyone's interested in advertising or becoming an underwriter or sponsor, please contact us at iwineRadio.com. We really, really appreciate your support. The more support we get, the more conversations I can have with fascinating people around the world, including you. If you have a story to tell that you'd like to share on iWine Radio, go to iwineRadio.com and contact us, and we'll go from there.